Before we get started, I want to be clear. Everything on this channel is for educational and personal growth purposes only. Nothing here should be considered financial advice. President Donald Trump just announced a 2-week suspension of attacks on Iran. So, what does this mean for the market? If you are investing in this environment, understanding things like volatility and positioning are crucial. My name is Garrett. I'm a finance major at WSU and an active stock and ETF trader. I started my first portfolio about a year ago and made it my goal to grow that portfolio to 7 figures. If you want to follow me on my journey, the wins, losses, and decisions, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I also post short form content on my Instagram channel, which will be on my screen. Today, I will be discussing the VIX, the 2-week suspension of attacks on Iran, and we'll finish off with the stock Robinhood. Let's dive in. First, the VIX is currently priced at $21.04, meaning there still is fear in the market despite the huge drop off today. This indicates ideally 10 to 15% of my portfolio should be in cash and 85 to 90% of my portfolio should be invested. Now, I'm currently more on the risky side. I have about 9% in cash. So I am a little low on my allocations, but I do plan on selling some stocks by the end of the week to get a little bit closer to my VIX allocations. Second, I want to talk about what's actually moving the market. Trump's 2-week suspension of attacks on Iran. President Trump's announcement immediately reduced geopolitical tension. Subsequently, the entire market surged in Tuesday's after hours. I believe SoFi stock was up around 10% in the after hours, Robinhood around 8, and Palantir around 6, QQQ around 4. Since that, the market has pulled back a little bit, although we still managed to finish in the green, and a lot of stocks went up in between that 2 and 10% range. Second, Robinhood. In Tuesday's after hours, Hood went up all the way to around $78. But after market opened to the market close, Robinhood dropped all the way to $72, I believe exactly $71.83, but still $2 positive on the day. When you take a look at the 5-day chart, it seems we possibly built a low and now are starting that uptrend back up. It's important to note, really, for Robinhood to reach those all-time highs, Bitcoin is going to have to recover. In conclusion, according to the VIX, we still have fear in the market, but because of the 2-week suspension of attacks on Iran, we are getting some short-term bullish momentum. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to show additional support, go check out my Instagram page, which will be on the screen. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you.